Hey everyone, it's Chris. Welcome back. Today we're going to take an IBC tote and turn it into a brooder for our chickens. A few things you're going to need: safety glasses, 4.5-inch angle grinder, gloves, and some hearing protection. Definitely don't want to be cutting these bars without hearing protection. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. So that part there is pretty simple. Now we're going to just go ahead and cut a square out of here to give us access to the inside. So in order to make a straighter line, I'm going to put a tape mark on there so I can follow that tape mark. Okay, so now I'll just follow this tape mark across so I have a nice straight line. Okay, so in order to do that, we used a cut-off wheel to cut those steel bars and cut that plastic out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a flapper wheel on there and just smooth all this off. So you're always going to make sure you take your battery off before you change your wheel. You don't want to turn it on when you're grabbing that wheel. Always use a glove. So once you've ground down all the sharp edges, took off your burrs, we'll go ahead and clean the inside out. Now this tote actually didn't have a valve on the bottom. It used a siphon tube to suck the material out of it. So we'll go ahead and take that siphon tube out. Now, once this is all cleaned out, you have a perfect brooder for your chicks. Okay, so once you get this hole cut out, we're going to go ahead and take some hardware cloth. It's black plastic. It's 1/4-inch holes in it. You get it from Home Depot. We're going to put it on the bottom of this. That will give the chicks some traction when they're walking, so it'll end up with spread leg, because this is like ice in here. So we'll put this down to give them a little traction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this to the length of the... I'll just throw it out on top of here. stuff cuts fairly easy. You use any scissors or box cutter. Once I get it laid out in here, I'm just going to take some number 10 Tech screws with some fender washers. I'll go through it, screw that in there, and that'll hold everything down in place. So once you have that screwed in here, they'll have something that they can grip on, and they won't be sliding all over the place and getting spread away. Now I've got some little extra I'll go ahead and trim up. And that's it. That's what it's going to look like. So once you get that hardware cloth on the floor and you get all your shavings in, this is what your setup might look like. Now before I mention, I had a siphon coming down here. We took that siphon out and I just have it laying across the hole here. And this is what I have my heat lamp clamped to. Now if yours doesn't have a siphon, you know, you just use any piece of wood, dowel rod or 2x4, whatever, to stick up through to clamp your light to. Or if you're going to be using a floor heater, it won't matter. One other thing that I touched on earlier was having something going across here to keep them from jumping out after they get a couple weeks old. I'm actually going to take a piece of this hardware cloth. I'm going to zip tie to the side here and just basically make a wire mesh door for it. So that'll keep the little ones in, and it'll keep the adults from also jumping in there and getting to them. So here's the overall finished product. We put the hardware cloth on there, it's zip tied on this side, and then we have 2 eye hooks screwed into the side here that you just connect to when you want to close it up. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps me keep making these videos. If you have any more ideas or anything you're interested in seeing, let me know. Comment on it. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.